Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my first video. So I decided to make this one about relationship firsts, just because I feel like there's a lot of firsts that happen, you know, when you first start dating, etc, etc. So let's get to it. Alright, so I made a little list on my phone. Alright, so my first kiss. Okay, my first kiss, I was 14 years old. And it was a dare. Like, we were all sitting in a circle playing truth or dare, and the guy I was like dating at the time, they were all like, I dare you guys to kiss, and I was just like, it was so like unromantic and like weird. I don't know if anybody really looks back at their first kiss and is like stoked on it, to be honest. Okay, so the first time I ever made out with somebody, okay, it was after first kiss dare, and oh my gosh, he was like so unromantic about it. Like, we were outside like standing in the group of like people or whatever, and he was like you want to go make out in the garage? And I was like, okay, and like we did, and like honestly, like I didn't like it. Like, he was not a very good kisser. First date. Okay, my first date, I was 13 years old. I was in 7th grade, and it was with my first boyfriend. I dated him for 2 weeks. I know, such a long time for 7th grade. And we went and saw When a Stranger Calls, and we were like in the front of the movie theater, and I remember my sister and my dad were like way in the back row, like sitting, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so awkward. And like, I remember I didn't have any gum, and I like desperately needed some, and I was just sitting there the whole time. Like, he would talk to me, and I was just like, because like I didn't want to talk because my breath was so bad, I could tell. So that was weird. Gosh, I feel like all dating things, when you look back, like first, they're like super awkward. Okay, my first unchaperoned date. I don't think this happened until I was like 15? Yeah, I was 15, and the guy that I went on the date with, his like best friend was a junior, and we were like fresh sophomores, so this kid could drive. So he took us on, we went to like ice cream, and at that point I had broken my ankle from cheerleading. So I had crutches, and I remember I was like joking around with him in the back seat, and I like fake like pushed him. I was like, stop, and I like accidentally hit my crutch and like threw it at him basically. Oh, it was so awkward. But yeah, that was my first unchaperoned date. My first boyfriend, okay, that was the guy I went on my first date with, and his name was Nick. I was 13, and I broke up with him for like some reason. I don't really remember why. And then like 2 days later, I like saw him somewhere, and I was like texting his friend, and I was like, I regret breaking up with him. I was like, I miss him after 2 weeks. I don't know. Okay, my first like love you, like I love you. I was in 8th grade, I was 14, definitely like didn't mean it. Looking back, like I think we just wanted to say it because like everybody else in our grade was saying it. I don't remember like the actual like first saying of it, but I remember he was like the first one I ever like said it to, but like again, did not really know like the meaning of love at 14. We just said it to say it. Okay, my first like love you and like meant it, I was probably 16, and it was like the guy that I dated most of high school with. That, I think that's when like your first love like really like happens, is when you're like 15, 16, 17, in high school anyway. Just because, I don't know, I feel like that's when you have some really, really real emotions, and you know, they write all those songs about first loves for a reason, being in high school. Ooh, the first time I ever got dumped. This was with my freshman year of high school boyfriend, and that really sucked. We were like on the phone, and I like went and got on MySpace, and I saw like, I don't know if this might be like before a lot of y'all's time. On MySpace, when you were dating somebody, you had like a little section in your About Me that was like about the person you were dating basically. And I got on MySpace, and he'd taken mine off of his About Me section, and he like took me off his top friends, and I was like, oh what? And then I like called him back, and I was like, well, like, what's happening? And he was like, I don't think we should date anymore. Oh my gosh, like, it's funny now, but like at the time I was like genuinely crushed. Like, I was sobbing, and like he texted me and he was like, I'm sorry, and I texted him, you just broke my heart, period. I was so dramatic. I mean, it's true, it didn't feel very good to get dumped. Okay, the first time I ever dumped somebody, that was in 7th grade with movie theater boyfriend. I don't know, like, I was just like over it, and I was just, I broke up with him, but I like broke up with him through his friend. I told his friend, I was like, hey, can you break up with Nick? Can you just tell him, like, we're not dating anymore? And apparently I regretted it. So my first long distance relationship, I was 18 when I started dating this guy, and honestly, I've done a few long distance relationships since that, and I don't think they really work unless you have like an end date or it's temporary, because every time I've had one and it was just like going nowhere, like nobody was gonna move to like the same location, and it wasn't like, oh, it's only like this for a year or like 2 years, whatever it may be. It just kind of like reaches this point where you're like, okay, like you're both over it, because like it's fun at first, you're like, oh, like this is so romantic, and then you reach a point and you're like, okay, like this is not fun anymore, it's like frustrating, and like why are we together if there's no like end in sight really? So that was my first long distance relationship. My first big fight with a significant other. This actually didn't happen until I started dating my current boyfriend, because I am like a locked box. Like, I am very hard to like get things out of. Communication has always been off with everybody I've dated until my current boyfriend. Basically, he like pulls things out of me, because relationships are about communication, and if I'm a locked box and I don't speak, then like the relationships in my past have just kind of like fizzled. So he's like pulled things out of me, and now like I bet he kind of regrets it, because I'm like not afraid to like say what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking, and if I am angry or irritated in a situation. So my first big fight didn't happen until I was, let's see, I was probably 21. That's a good piece of relationship advice though. If I've learned anything over like my now 10 years of dating people, which sounds like a really long time, don't be afraid to say how you're feeling, and don't be afraid to speak your mind, because otherwise the relationship will go down the toilet. My first slow dance. Okay, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, like you've seen that I've posted like pictures of me in middle school. Like, it was a rough time for me. So like this kid, bless his heart, I think he just felt bad for me, and I was like standing on the side, I think it was 7th grade, I was like standing on the side of like the gym, and he definitely felt bad for me, and we slow danced. I think it was like to Shake It Off by Mariah Carey or something. Oh, okay, so this is a funny one. The first like song I ever had with a guy was my first high school boyfriend, my freshman year. And it was With You by Chris Brown, which I'm sure like a bazillion of you also had that as one of your first songs with somebody, because I mean, it's still a great song. If you haven't listened to it recently, you should really listen to it. But when you're like that age, it was just like, oh my gosh, like this is exactly like how I'm feeling. Like, so I hope you guys like that video. I believe Liz is gonna do one too, because why not? In case you guys missed it, we have a clothing line coming out in Macy's. It's Nowadays X Megan and Liz. It's coming out in stores and online July 22nd. We are so excited about it. We also have a couple in stores. The first one that's announced is going to be in Chicago on July 22nd. So if you're around the area, you can find all the information on meganandliz.com. I'll also put everything you need to know about the clothing line below. Also, we have a new single coming out. It's called Habit, and it comes out on July 31st. You can pre-order it. I will put the link also in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for just being awesome and always supporting Liz and me. Love you guys, Pluto and back.